video 6 of my YouTube series, Once a Week. I'm Billy J. Ludis, and I have a message today that I touched on in my first video that I feel I should try and shed some light on for the people. This idea of the purpose, or a purpose in your life. In my first video, I mentioned how my purpose is to show and help people see the true power they have inside themselves. I've talked with people one-on-one at work or in the gym, or even just a friend in need, and help them break the mental state they're in and show them what they can truly offer to the world. In doing so, in some cases it results in the person having a newfound energy or a meaning for their life. Or so I've been told by some of those people. And I got to thinking that if a handful of people are struggling with figuring out what their purpose is, then there's an extremely good chance that there's others out there in the world struggling with the same situation. So in today's video, I want to try and help the viewers who may be struggling with the questions of, why am I here? Or what is my purpose in this life? Because everyone has a purpose in this life. You aren't just here to clock in or clock out. There's a deeper meaning for your life. And to some extent, everyone knows that. I want to try and shift your perspective on where you're looking for your purpose in life. I have a feeling those who don't know what they want to do, or those who ask, why am I here, aren't looking in the right place to find what their purpose is. That being said, listen carefully, because we're going to dive right into it. So where do you look to find your meaning? Many people feel they need to go out and experience the world to find out why they are here, which to some extent is very true. But what most who do this come to find out is that what they've been looking for had been inside them all along. They need to go uncover it. But I believe I figured out a way to uncover your meaning from exactly where you are. In video 2, Seize the Moment, I mentioned not letting your past get to you and to focus on the now and towards your future. But to find your meaning, I need to alter that thought. Because to find out why you are here, you need to dive into your past experiences, and you will see exactly why you are where you are today. And I can bet you that in those past experiences, something is there that will point you in the right direction to your meaning, because it's always been there. Because who we were yesterday shapes who we are today, and who we are today shapes who we'll be tomorrow. So look back in your past. You can't go back there, but you can always turn around and look at it. Look at your past, gaze at every experience you've had from the second you were able to remember a thought to right before you click the play button on this video. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in psychology, the study of the mind. But what most people don't know about the mind is that it remembers everything in the subconscious. It remembers every word you said, everything you read, everything you've seen, and stores it in the subconscious. Every memory, every experience, every emotion in those experiences is stored in here. And if you focus on certain memories or experiences where you were happy or content and change your perspective when looking back on those moments, there's a good chance you will find a detail you missed or overlooked that shoots you in the right direction. Like, hey, over here, look right here. This is it! And the best part is that your mind has a way of bringing forth to you the memory or experience that holds a signal to your purpose. I'll give you an example in my life. I can look back on my past and see why I want to be a speaker and why I want to help people. But I gotta say, it didn't start with wanting to be a speaker. I wanted to be a wrestler. I was obsessed with wrestling. And when I was about 6 years old or so, I was at my grandparents' house. And I was watching wrestling with my grandfather, my papu, which if you didn't know, means grandfather in Greek. There's a fun fact for the day. But I'm watching wrestling with my papu, and he was getting upset because there was so much talking and not enough wrestling. I think it was a promo between Stone Cold, Triple H, and The Rock. And I remember sitting there and thinking to myself, I like the talking. I like the promos. And it wasn't until recently where I dove into this memory and realized that when I was little, I didn't want to be a wrestler because of the cool moves or the championships. I wanted to become a wrestler because of the charisma the wrestlers had and the ability to capture an audience with their voice and their promos. People around the world captured by what one person in the ring was saying. That memory always stuck out in my head, but I never understood why, until I changed how I looked at it and saw the foreshadowing it held. So that memory shed light on why I wanted to speak. But I wanted to dive back and see why helping people always came easy to me. So I started to think back and try and figure out what sparked it. But in every direction I looked, I'd always just wanted to help. So I did. I couldn't find an underlying meaning. So I went to one of the two people who would know me the longest, my mom. I asked her a few months ago when I began turning the wheels on this speaking dream, what was her earliest memory of me helping someone? She thought for a bit and brought to me that when I was 2 or 3 years old, she and my grandmother, my yaya, which is grandmother in Greek, they brought my brother and me to the beach. So we're all at the beach, and my mom and my yaya were helping my brother build a sandcastle. Well, while they were doing that, I took off. They couldn't find me anywhere. My mom depicts it as everyone running and yelling around, "Billy! Billy!" Well, after all the yelling and screaming, they found me. I had run off and was helping a girl whose sandcastle had just fallen apart. I had no idea who these people were, but the girl was crying, the sandcastle was falling apart, and Billy was there. At 2 or 3 years old, someone needed help, so I helped them. Terrified my family, but someone needed help. There was foreshadowing from such an early memory. Now I brought that up to show you that you can find your purpose in your past, because it's been there since the day you were born. We were put here for a reason. You weren't just born because you got the luck of the draw. No, you have a purpose and a meaning here in life. You matter. I mentioned in my last video, people are lost today and feel an emptiness inside they need to fill with distractions. So you may feel empty because you don't have a purpose. You may feel you don't know why you're here. So you go looking around for some sort of meaning or happiness, when finding your purpose will bring you ultimate happiness. There's the message right there. Finding your purpose will bring you ultimate happiness. And at that point, you won't need a distraction, because you will be driven in what you were meant to do. Your purpose has always been there, but with distractions, you fog up your mind and thoughts to what it could be. Now, you can only connect the dots of your life looking backwards. You can't connect them looking forwards. So you need to trust that the dots will connect in your favor in your future. But when you look back at the dots of your life that brought you to this moment, I can guarantee you if you change your perspective on what you see in your past to what those moments mean to you now, you could learn something about yourself. And you may learn what you were called here to do. I always wanted to be a wrestler when I was little, but looking back on what I wanted to be now showed me signs that speaking was always on the horizon. The dots connected. What did you want to be when you were little? It may have changed to what you were doing now, but looking back at it may show you the characteristics to what you were called to do. So dive into your past, change your perspective, and look for the little details you missed along the way. I can assure you, you will find a deeper meaning to your life that was always there. So go take a look. Until next week, guys.